Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah here from Sarah's Nail Secrets. It's been a hot minute since I've posted a tutorial, so I'm so sorry about that. Thanks for being patient. Here I'm going to show you guys this adorable mermaid set I did. So keep watching and I'll show you how that was done. So I've already filed off my client's previous set, and using this Maiden Sweet by GLAM and GLITS, I'm applying it inside this little starfish mold. I got this mold on eBay. You may have seen a lot of nail techs using little starfish on their nails, and this is probably what they've used unless they've sculpted themselves. So you just want to place the acrylic inside the mold and then wipe off the excess and set that aside before putting it on the nail. I'm using Beyond Pale by GLAM and GLITS, and this color I'll be applying on both her middle fingers. For this entire set, I'll be using my number 10 brush from Ugly Duckling. Please ignore her dry looking fingers. I just recently had sprayed alcohol on them and it makes the fingers appear white and dry, but I'll be replenishing the cuticles with cuticle oil at the end, so don't worry about that. So I've only applied Beyond Pale on the one nail, and that was about enough time to pop this out and it's ready to be used in the nail. I'm going to be encapsulating this starfish instead of doing it on top. You want your starfish to be semi-still bendable, because if you use it when it's too dry, it'll be too hard and it'll stick up and it'll be impossible to encapsulate. So I'm just going to be applying this beautiful glitter from Glitter Heaven Australia called Candy Coated around the starfish, just to give this nail a little bit of spunk. And here I'm using Elite Beauty Supply's Crystal Clear, and I'm just showing you how I encapsulate this starfish inside the nail. I apply a wet layer of clear acrylic so that you don't trap any bubbles inside with the starfish. You want it to be a little bit wetter than normal. And then I'm just repeating the process on the other hand, which I did not show on film. So for the pinky, pointer finger, and thumb, I'm applying Maiden Sweet all over those nails to tie in the starfish. Something I learned while doing this set is you'll need to apply even thinner than I'm applying here. You'll need this layer to be extremely thin before applying your Mylar paper. The reason being is because you need to apply a bunch of clear to push down the Mylar paper into it, and the Mylar paper has been crimpled, so it gives a different effect, and then it turns out to be too thick. When you file, some of it may get filed off. So apply even thinner than I am here. When applying acrylic on the nail, you want to get it as close to the cuticle as you can without actually touching it, because if you touch the cuticle with your clear or colored acrylic, it will lift. So when applying colored acrylic, I prefer to do it in a one ball method if I can, as seen here. And you'll want to place your colored acrylic on and push it towards the cuticle, and then you'll want to feather it down with the belly of your brush. To apply Mylar paper, I first add a thin layer of clear acrylic. This Mylar paper has already been crumpled and cut up. I found doing it in a full strip was almost impossible, so hats off to you nail techs who were able to do it in one strip. But I needed to cut mine up and place it exactly where I needed it, because it sticks up and it's actually very hard to work with. So this is definitely something that is a trial and error. Luckily, this blends into the nail very well, so it may appear like it's going to be sticking up and show the weird mistakes you might make while filing, but it's actually very forgiving. So just apply it as you can and as thin as you can, and if you file some off, it'll be okay in the end, I promise. So here I'm just using my brush. I've wiped it off of monomer, and now I'm just using the belly of my brush to push down on the Mylar paper to try and push it as close to the colored acrylic as possible to try to make it as thin as possible before encapsulating. When you've applied all your Mylar paper on all the nails you plan to do it, let it dry for a few minutes before applying your clear acrylic. So I'm applying this acrylic a little bit thicker than I normally would, just to try to cover up as much of this Mylar paper as I can, so that if it sticks up, I won't accidentally file, because sometimes if you have something that's sticking straight up on the nail and you file, it'll just peel right off, and then you'll have to fix it with more clear acrylic. So I'm just trying to cover up the whole nail here before filing. So on this nail is the ring finger, and I'm just doing a layer of clear acrylic because I'm going to be doing a gel design on top of this. So here's how the nails look before they've been filed, and don't you worry about those chunky mylar pieces because they'll be filed, and I did that off camera like I always do because I have a few videos already showing how I finish file. So now I'm using light elegance pastel pink gel paint, and I'm just applying this all over her ring fingers, and then this is just a one coat gel paint, and I've already done a video on that, so you guys can check that out in the description box. For this gel paint, I'm using a light elegance oval number 4, I think it is, to apply this. So I'm just going to cure this fully on each hand, and then I'm just going to be doing a design. I'm making this nail into a little shell, so first I apply 5 lines using my SEAWEED GEL liner number 2 brush. I've put the discount code for SEAWEED GEL on this video, and I'm just applying the same color, and then I'm going to cure this. To make the shell stand out a bit, you'll want to make the lines on the shell a lot thicker at the very end near the tip of her nail to make it just look a little bit more like a seashell. After I've cured that gel paint, I'm using Glitter Heaven Australia's White Magic. This is a beautiful kind of chrome, kind of unicorn dust, and I'm just gently sweeping and wiping this over top of that seashell with a sponge. And I didn't wipe the tacky layer off of this gel paint because I'm applying this on top, so it didn't need to be wiped, and this stuck perfectly well to it on its own. So here I'm just using a little fluffy brush to wipe off the excess chrome so that I don't get it into my top coat. Now I'm using Elite Beauty Supply's crystal resin, and I'm just applying a few crystals on the seashell nail, and then I'm going to be applying more crystals in a little design on her pointer finger and just a few crystals on her middle finger. This glue dries crazy fast, so make sure that you apply exactly where you want it, or else it could dry out of place and then you'll have to push it off like I just did there. When I'm done applying all the crystals on the nails, I will make sure that the glue has dried before applying my top coat. Here I'm using OPI Axiom, and I'm just applying that around the crystals, not on top, or else you will dull them. And here is the finished result of these adorable mermaid nails. How cute is that seashell? I just love these. I can't wait to try them in a different color, and I hope to do a mermaid set on myself in the near future. So don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what else you'd like to see in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!